Hello and hey there, everybody. This is Dirty Gamer here, and I'm just going to be doing a video. It's going to be about kind of chatting about Fortnite, the Chapter 3, Season 4 Paradise, and the Battle Pass, kind of like an overview review looking back. Because this Saturday, the season's going to end. Technically, tomorrow there's going to be a Fortnite event, December 3rd. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be a finale. I'll actually be broadcasting that live as well on my Twitch stream, just to make you aware. So I will be doing that. So again, this is a Dirty Gamer here. Um, and I just want to give a shout out to all my followers and subscribers. Uh, just make sure you do have those bell notifications on, and kindly subscribe, which is free on YouTube. And you can also throw me a follow here on Twitch. Encourages me to content create, and I appreciate you all for that. So what I'm gonna do. I will be live streaming that tomorrow, December 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern for this Chapter 3 finale. But what I'll do right now is just go through kind of the rewards, Battle Pass. So just to give you an idea, the Battle Pass costs 950 V-Bucks. Um, and what you actually wind up doing, you actually do wind up getting those V-Bucks back through the rewards. You actually get a total of 1,500 V-Bucks back after you spend the battle pass and you know level up all the way past. And then I'm going to show like the rewards that you get, and you kind of can make a judgment yourself as we go through what are in these battle pass rewards. So we'll go through here on page 1. um, it's where you get a paradigm. It's the really first kind of like outfit here. uh, Mostly each page you're gonna have like V-Bucks and the characters you see here. So on this page you will also get 100 V-Bucks. The weapon skin, only okay. This harvesting tool actually is cool, this Lunar Defender. And contrails, since contrails are so rare to get, this actually turned out to be like probably one of my personal favorite ones, because as you can see it does match the blue and purple scheme of a lot of the characters, which tend to be a lot in game. Emoticons, I don't really, nothing really too great about that. This lunar hyperjet, pretty basic, and it doesn't really attach you, it kind of just floats off the back here. Banner icon, again, very basic, but that's for paradigm here. Um, Loading screen, again, pretty basic. Power inside, uncommon spray. I didn't even use it, so that's just looking at that tells you how I did. So basically, out of this page, it's just going to be really the best parts, really the V-Bucks, the character, which is only okay. I don't really use that character, but and the contrail. And so when you get to page 2 here, loading screen, again, just kind of a general loading screen, but each of these pages are going to have the same kind of thing. This chrome mark weapon, this actually was pretty cool. This actually is this was a decent skin. It's not animated or reactive, but as you can see, it does incorporate the purple, which is a common color scheme, and black. You have the banner icon, Apocalypse. That's okay, actually. That's an okay icon. And this glider is really cool, and it kind of fits the Chrome theme, which was prevalent from this Paradise season. So as you know, basically you have Chrome weapons where you can Evo Chrome, and then obviously the Chrome Splash where you turn into the Blob. That was a pretty cool mechanic. I'm not sure how they're gonna, what the follow-up's gonna be, but you could traverse and travel pretty well. Here's that 100 V-Bucks again on the next page. And Bites is an okay character, but I'm gonna discuss my issue with Bites a little later when we get to these quests here, because there's a lot of quests to deal with him. Um, and as you can see here, the harvesting tool, basically Bites' best feature is basically the harvesting tool. As you can see, there are quests that you can actually get, you know, different harvesting tools. But I'm going to tell you, the quests to me personally, I felt they were very, very cumbersome, very like repetitive, and just a lot of time consumption that I didn't think was really necessary. It kind of bogged down um, really his quests there. The Stinger pack is okay, anarchy looking thing or apocalypse with that logo. Actually, it looks like it's floating off him a little bit. It's interesting. The Nothing is Inevitable music, it's okay. Nothing too great. Not really gonna remember it much after this, but it's a good pace basic music track, and you get another 100 V-bucks. So for page 2, you actually will get 200 V-bucks, and that previous page, like I said, 100. So that's 300 thus far after page 2. So obviously the V-bucks are the highlights. The Chrome Struck Fire glider, that Chrome Mark wrap, bites if you like the kind of character, and of course their harvesting tool. So, all right, so we're on page 3 now. The uncommon spray, as you can see, just kind of a basic spray. The Lunar Skyspan glider actually is a decent glider because there's two color schemes. There's a kind of like this aquamarine one, and then more of a darker blue. When you like level that up there, and then there's another 100 V-bucks right here. This Paradigm, get the sparring suit. I think this is kind of an ugly color. I really wasn't a fan of it, but it's considered legendary. Go figure. The Burnish Bus loading screen. I'm not really a fan of that, but it's the bus, so that's what that's about there. The Chrome Conjurer built-in emote is specifically for Bison. It's too bad because I wish you could use it for other characters, but it is cool. That's probably one of the better things. Bony, so you get the Bites Pony Tails optional style, as you can see. The Nothing's Up emoticon, again, not really a fan of emoticons. And another 100 V-bucks, so there's 2 on this page. And then the Bites Wanderer look here. So you can kind of see what it looks like, kind of like an animal print sort of thing, so that's interesting. So really the best stuff here to me is the Lunar Skyspan, and of course the 200 V-bucks. The built-in emote is cool as well. And then if you're really a fan of the ponytail or not, that's up to you. And then the style, again, also up to you. So we're on page 4 here. So it does have a contrail. Like I say before, contrails are hard to get here. Or very rare to get because for some reason I never understood why they're they're only in the item shop when it's a bundle. So the game over loading screen, it's okay. Kind of has that slurp look to it there with that character there. Banner icon also of that there. So you get the Lone Traveler, the style here, the black here, white, and another 100 V-bucks obviously is good. So Little Grizz music track, nothing really too great. The Grizz Grin emoticon, it's okay. The Hostler Balloon Glider is actually okay because I kind of like the way it deploys, even though it is a basic glider. And the Grizz outfit, I actually was using this a little bit, and then when I got the one later, the optional style, I was using it a lot, but after that I really kind of didn't really use it anymore. And then also their Gooper, which it's okay. It does match the outfit. So in terms of this page, obviously the V-Bucks, the contrail, because contrails are hard to get. Grizz, because you gotta get Grizz anyway, so he's okay. The glider's actually okay, as you can see. Not really much a fan, I don't think, of the harvesting tool, though. Alright, so up to page 5. So we got the Claws emoticon, again, very basic, nothing much to see here. Comfy Cat's glider, again, just a very basic glider. I don't know why that one went nuts there. Banner icon, again, just of the cat. The Slurpmatic wrap, this is actually a decent wrap because it's both animated and reactive, and I always have pointed out previously that animated and reactive wraps are kind of they're the least amount of them that I find. So anytime they have those, I definitely recommend getting them. Small fry surprise loading screen, just a basic loading screen. 100 V-Bucks. Meow Skull's outfit, I really did not use. I didn't even really want to use. I don't know if I use this outfit. I probably use it once or twice. I don't even know. I barely use it. I just know that much. The backbling, again, just a very basic backbling. It's basically a smelly sardine can coming off of it, so it's subtly animated. The fishbone flayer harvesting tool, don't really use this either. The laser focused emote was actually a very popular emote. You still will see it. People will rock it when you go into a game. Personally, I'm not a fan of it, but I guess it fits if you're using like a cat or an animal character, because obviously, you know, cats and laser focused and when you do like laser pointers, that's really the whole MO. So in terms of highlights that I deem here, obviously the V-Bucks, the Slurpmatic wrap, and honestly, for me, that's really it. So on to page 6, 100 V-Bucks. This Welcome to Paradise loading screen is decent because I actually do like the artwork, and this is basically the official artwork for Chapter 3, Season 4. I actually found it pretty decent because you can see kind of the chrome splash in the background. Spider-Gwen in the left, and then you have that Paradigit in the middle and Bites in the right. Too bad they couldn't pick a little better characters because obviously Spider-Gwen stands out the most to me personally. The Roselight daggers, these are okay. They do really match the character though, so I'll say that. And same with the backbling, the Bun Bun Bang Bang. It's just too bad it wasn't really like, you know, either animated or reactive, because it is kind of a cute little backbling. So you can see it kind of floats off the back. I don't know why I find that so funny, but a lot of these backlinks don't really attach to the back. The Hop Drop Contrail, I think this is probably of the season one of the better contrails, especially since there are options to it. There is selectable color style, which we'll get to later. The Spinal Vinyl wrap, very common looking to me. As you can see, it kind of looks like a fish. I don't know, it's like a fishbone towards the front, and then you see the color scheme. It's a very odd color scheme: black, brown, white, and blue, with the multiple tones. I'm not really a fan. Now, Lennox Rose outfit, she really does look like you know, that type of like really anime or manga type character. And she's really, I think, of this season's characters, I think she might be the second best behind Spider Gwen. Um, just because of the look and the cell shading, I think they did a really good job with her. Um, I mean, I think there's some nice touches that they did with her that kind of have her stand out. See the little pink in her hair, the berets and the spikes. I think they did a decent job on this character here. The Pick Me Up built-in mode, it's specifically obviously for this Grizz Bear. I think I used to see a couple people have this early in the season, but I don't see anyone use that anymore. The Grizzly Gun Spray again, basic spray, and another 100 V-Bucks. So there's 200 V-Bucks on this page. Other highlights, the loading screen is actually okay. The daggers, the contrail, the backbling, and Lennox Rose. So thus far, I think page 6 is the best page that I've seen so far because you get 200 V-Bucks and quite a few things that I pointed out that were highlights. So now on to page 7 here. Banner icon. The button or wrap, I think this is actually a very fitting and matching wrap for Lennox Rose, especially with their, you know, because of the pink and white. When you use that particular character color, um, other colors probably don't match as well. And also, what's cool about this wrap is if you have any of those customizable characters that actually can customize with like wraps, it actually does have a pretty nice color scheme depending on the character you use. What you say, kind of emoticon, just an emoticon. This Fresh Vandal Rose version, it's all right. I prefer the previous one, but you also do get that alternate backbling and the alternate daggers, which you saw there, and that alternate hop drop. So you get four 4 rewards out of this one. So again, I think this is probably, in terms of value, one of the better, like the most rewards I think I can remember getting. This Magno repulsor board is kind of cool. It has a nice sound and a real efficient deploy. Then we have the 100 V-Bucks here. The Bun Bun Blast spray. Actually, I don't use this spray, but it's actually kind of cool. I actually think this is probably one of the better sprays, considering I really don't use sprays. People were using this OMG I love it emote for a little bit. Might still see a person or two rocking it. Read the manga. So that's actually that's a decent loading screen too. It comes up once in a while for me because I use randoms. And not a fan of the Paradigm character, nor any of these suits. I don't know. I just personally think it's kind of generic looking. As you can see, all that changes is really the face and the way it looks. The red like LED light. They could have did a lot more on this. So in terms of page 7, obviously the Lennox Rose and the corresponding rewards, as there's 4 here. The buttoned up wrap, the Magna Repulsor board, and depending if you use it, the OMG 11 it's okay. Obviously the V-Bucks. The Bumble Blast is okay. And the Read the Manga. So there's actually a few more than I would have thought here on page 7. So on page 8 here, Meow Meow Wow Wow Spray. I don't use this at all. I didn't even know this was a reward. The Electro Guard Pack Legendary. It's a basic kind of backwing. I mean, it does look okay. Just kind of a backpack with like almost like a shield, like a clear shield around it. Nothing much to me there. Mufu or Mufo. Odd. I don't use that at all. Or if it comes up, it comes up. The electrostatic impactor, it has a nice look to it. I don't use it. It's cool that does have that subtle animation with the lightning bolts, though. Now the twin character, I was using this early because I did have to kind of level up, because I was trying to see how it would look if I leveled it up. Because there is an alternate outfit. But I don't know, a little basic for me. I mean, I don't hate the color scheme. The green and the black hood's actually okay. It's not terrible. I don't know why you can't zoom out further, but the Call It Bad Luck music. It's okay, actually. I forgot about this track because I don't really use music too much here. 100 V-Bucks. The Polysynth Kite, which is to go with that twin character. It's okay. It's very basic though, kind of black and white, but it does go with a lot of outfits and stuff because it's just black and that subtle touch of white. Meowsco's Cloud9, again, not a fan of the character or the outfit. Oh, and you also do get an alternate. I think you get an alternate back bling. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so it's like more like a pink style. And then 100 V-Bucks here. So in terms of highlights, obviously it's gonna be. I just think the V-Bucks. Twin, if you like that kind of color scheme, and the glider because it does kind of go with a lot of characters. So, all right, so we're on to page 9. Banner icon looks like of that character there. Just showed basic there. 100 V-Bucks here. This Particles Contrail, I think this winds up being one of my most used contrails. Even though it does come off kind of like that pink and blue hue, I think it's a really cool, and it does go with a lot of the what I find purple, blue, and multiple shades of purple and blue with it, like this character that I kind of have here. So it goes a lot. It's Marvel series, obviously, because it's supposed to go with Spider Gwen there. Powered up Moticon. So this is the alternate. This is the built-in emote, and eventually you get the alternate style for this other character. The built-in emote is very basic, and then you also get the twin character. The Electro Glow Pack's actually okay. The lithograph impactors, I forgot. I didn't really use those. It actually looks okay. And the Neo Bright Kite has a nice bright look to it. So it's actually decent because you do get a good decent amount of awards, but obviously you have to claim everything else before that. The Electrotech Wrapped is actually okay. You can see it's a subtle animation, where you will get like that little like kind of flare up where it shines up a bit. I don't use it a lot, but it does look nice. Reload and Ready Spray, it's okay with the dual wielding. That's actually not bad. Again, not a fan of the Paradigm character, but you get the Oceanic Camouflage, and then the helmet off. The Twin Striders loading screen, meh. And of course the 100 V-Bucks. So obviously in terms of highlights, going to be those 200 V-Bucks, the Portal Particles contrail. The Electrotech Wrap is decent. I'm surprised at that. And then, just to make sure and go through here with the reward, it was the harvesting tool. Just make sure I got the right one to get to it. Oh, the Electro Gold Plaque. Yeah, that was actually cool too. And Electrographic Impactors. You know, I should probably use those just to use those again. And that kite. So, again, not bad for that page. So we're on the last page here of this part of the Battle Pass. It's page 10. So you get the Spider Snare harvesting tool here. It's okay. It does fit Spider-Gwen's primary color scheme. But what I'm disappointed is you don't get any alternate color schemes. I really think they should have added some, especially when we go a little further and you'll see there are some different styles and color schemes. The banner icon's kind of cool looking. It's Spider-Gwen. GG, this is actually a pretty decent emoticon because obviously GG is all in the meta everywhere, so it's definitely a usable. It's probably, I think, of the emoticons, one of the most usable. And then the acrobatics, which I was using a bit because it is a traversal mode and it does look kind of cool. It's too bad it's just kind of on a loop. It would have been nice if there was a little bit of variety in there. And then this is the meanwhile back bling for usually for Gwen, and then it's going to transform when you damage, like you see, damaging or eliminating an opponent or when hitting a weak point. So you'll actually get that when you even when you're just using your harvesting tool, which is kind of cool. I didn't realize that for a little while. So you'll actually get that thwack or thwack when you're actually like just like tearing down buildings and stuff with your harvesting tool or whatever. So this is Gwen's spider shoot. It's kind of cool, but once again, kind of mentioned before, like about the harvesting tool, there should have been some alternate color schemes later, but it is cool. The mid swing spray, it's decent looking. It is a decent looking spray, and then you have your final 100 V-Bucks here. Web of Life. And obviously Spider-Gwen. So obviously this page is probably, of all the pages, and hence the fact that it's the last page, page 10, on this part of it anyway, the Battle Pass. I mean, you really get, if you grind, you do have a lot of grind, and it will take a lot of time depending on, how you kind of get your XP. So Spider Snare, obviously, the GGs, the Air Acrobatics, the Backwing, the V-Bucks, Spray, the Spider Shoe. Basically almost everything here, I think I would say, because even that icon is decent. So now, yeah, this is probably the best page in terms of overall, because I think everything is usable, but obviously it all ties into Spider-Gwen. So obviously if you're a fan of, Spider-Man or Spider-Man universe, so it is kind of fitting, that all of them on the page kind of match that. So that's once you get to finish. Now, once you finish page 10 of the Battle Pass, you will unlock this page for bonus rewards. So I'm going to show you what these are here. I'm actually down on the last page here. All right. So now, mind you, this was one heck of a grind because once you reach that level, obviously a lot more XP is going to be required to get these, the battle stars. So the battle stars are gonna be a lot slower to get. Obviously, each level, it's 5 battle stars. So most of these are between, like, I think I the exact price, like between 20, 30, 20, 25, and 30. So obviously it's quite a grind to get these bonus rewards. So here we have Twin, the Xenon Espionage legendary outfit. Meh, nothing too much for me, but you notice, like, it does have a nice shine to it. But again, too bad you can't really wear that like hoodie or cape with anyone else. The dirt bike challenge emote. This is actually a pretty somewhat, I would say, I've seen this emote a pretty decent amount. So people have unlocked this and are using it. And then here we have the Paradigm Aurora battle suit. Let's see what the other options are. Yeah, this is the alternate style for that Lunar Defender. That's just cool. The Lunar Hyperjet, which is okay. And then that Lunar Skyspan, which is that green color. So this is okay, but once again, I'm not a fan of the character. If anything, I'm actually more interested in the harvesting tool, and the and this glider here. So just to make you aware, this wrap texture, it is animated. It is kind of cool, where the hex kind of populates and moves around, and I really do dig the color scheme. As you can see, there's purples, there's pinks, yellow, red, and actually it actually changes color. I didn't realize that. If you look at the handle actually will randomly change color. That's actually hella cool, and it's called Hexture. I use this a bit, but I just really didn't notice the handle part that will randomly change multiple colors. So something new learned there. And this is the Grizz Wildberry Grizz alternate style. It's a nice style. Does stand out with the purple. Like I said, I was using this for a little bit when I got it, but I haven't really used it since. All right, so on to page 2, and then when you get to here, you will unlock the Spider-Gwen and Gwen Stacy alternate look, which is basically her hood down, and the swing into action loading screen, which is okay. Oh, and in terms of this page, yeah, the textures, probably the best thing here of everything, honestly. And the dirt bike challenge is a traversal emote, so that's okay because I don't hate it either. So it's decent. It's decent. So that was the Gwen we went through, and again the Paradigm again. This is just the nano fiber suit look. I would say of the looks, this is probably, even though I don't really like this character, this is probably one of the better looking ones just because of that scheme and the design. It is pretty nice. And then here we have Lennox Rolls, the bubblegum pink look. This to me is probably the best look. And you see, you also will get the hop drop contrail. So this is, again, one of the better rewards combined, where you get both a character and a contrail. Twin, you get the pastel Strider look. Again, not really a fan of it, but you can kind of see this look here. Kind of like some zigzag craziness on their shirt, and you have tattoos there on the arm and on the neck. Just notice that. And you see the pastel colors does have a real nice shine. You see that iridescent glow. So I think that's pretty cool, actually. And a contrail, the Reality False contrail. Now, I'm a little disappointed with this contrail because I guess it's supposed to be kind of like flowers that come off of it. Um, but I do like the sparkle, so it's kind of like a mixed. I'm kind of mixed about it because I do like the way the sparkles come up, but I'm not personally a fan where it kind of almost looks like flowers kind of coming out. So in terms of this page, obviously the Lennox Rose and the contrail is probably the best thing here, and then the alternate look for Gwen Stacy. All right, now page 3. This is where it really, the look really pops for the Celestial look, alternate outfit. This is where I'm like, oh, this actually looks okay. So it took me this long to say, no, this Paradigm character doesn't look terrible. But again, it takes this long of a grind to get page 3 of bonus rewards where I feel like it looks okay. And then you get this style without the helmet, and then you also get this one too. Again, not a fan of the helmet. I really think they could have did a little bit more with the with that red part of it, that LED light part. So mixed again, but again, the Celestial really does make it pop. The Mioscos, again, same kind of similar thing, like I stated earlier with Paradigm. Character I don't really use, but this skin, it makes it pop so much, you're like, yeah, I would use this skin. Kind of has like a rockish kind of t-shirt, kind of interesting. And then a fishbone coming off the pant leg, I can kind of see. And again, you can see that glow when I turn it around here. It kind of has like a moving, like the glow kind of moves and animates. So, animates. So here, Lennox Rose, again, this is also probably one of the best looks in general because, again, this character is a decent looking character, as obviously, but then you see that Celestial on that leather jacket with that emblem and even to her leg and holster. It just makes it shine. And Spider-Gwen Celestial, I think of the Celestial looks, because of that hood, if you notice when she has that hood on the inside of the hood, you get that real poppy glow, that pink and like a light blue glow. In addition to the outfit, as you can see inside the hood, the hands, I mean the hands look really good. But again, it's just the way like the purple, it basically makes it look purple. If you look on the other ones, the glow doesn't have this such a clean shine to it the way that this Spider-Gwen Celestial look is. So of all of it, I notice it's the most different looking of the Celestials. Just to give you an idea, see how much more Spider-Gwen pops. And then this is Bites. But again, notice Bites is more like of a green if you kind of look at it. You see what I mean? Kind of has more of a greenish and like sort of a bluish tint, whereas Spider-Gwen has a purple and black look. And then again, the inside of the hood and the hands really just makes it an extra touch. So of page 3, the primary is obviously going to be Spider-Gwen and the Lennox Rose is second. And you kind of pick what you think for the rest of the 3. I kind of made my opinion kind of mixed, depending, but the color scheme is really what makes those. All right, so on to page 4, the Spider-Gwen Spectral. Now, if you notice here, again, once again, the pop off the fit here is just so good looking. I mean, look at that. If you see like the design, it almost has like a design, like a drawing design where it kind of like shapes. I mean, I don't know, whatever they did to Spider-Man, they really made it look the best on these last 2 pages, as you see here. So this is more on the inside, the pink and the white on the inside of the hood and on the hands. And the look is does have pink and then blue. And again, you can see just like the way they made the design is just so good looking. And surprisingly, on this page, the characters look somewhat closer to Gwen's style on this one for Spectral, as opposed to the other one for some reason. So even Bites, I think this is probably one of the best Bites looking skin, especially if you just saw there with the mask. I mean, look at that mask pop. And even the turtleneck. Look at that. I mean, it is really a fire look. It really is. And again, as a character, I don't really use that much, but I was more enticed to use it because of this skin that I own. And again, Lennox Rose, once again, just again between her drawing and the cell shading and everything about it just makes it so much better. But again, as you can see how similar they actually do look to the Spider Gwen as opposed to the last page. So that's what you'll get here. Meow Skulls, and you see like kind of like pink on that main emblem of the shirt, and then the blue. And again, when you're playing in game, especially when you get night, like it really even pops off more. You know these designs here. And then there's Paradigm here. And if you look at the arms, that's actually interesting. The arms actually pop too. And then this is the alternate. So again, mask off, mask on. I think this is probably the best looking for Paradigm 2. And again, a character like I stated earlier, I don't really use, but when I look at this here, yeah, I could actually see myself using this one. All right. Now on to page 5. Now, as you can see here, by this point, there's still for me personally, if I'm gonna go for it, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, the grind to get. I'd like to get this Lennox Rose RL Neon. But it's going to take me to get those 20 battle stars, as you can see here. That gold is really something, man. And then you see on the outfit, it's like that black latex, and it pops with that pink. So I might grind for this, but there's so little time. I'm gonna have a lot of grind ahead of me if I do that. Meowscles, obviously, in terms of selection, I probably wouldn't be able to get this because of time constraints, as you see. But this is what Meowscles ones look like. And here's Bites. For some reason, Bites, this look on Bites, for some reason, I'm a little disappointed with. I mean, it's a nice gold shine on that jacket. I guess the jacket's the better look than this just the plain vest one. But it doesn't have that iridescentness that the Spectral has. I still think the Spectral's better than this look. And then this is for Paradigm. Definitely will not get this one in time. But, oh, you actually do get, yeah, just the two outfits. Because, again, mask off, mask on. And then the one that I did get, the Spider-Gwen orally on here, as you can see, what really pops is, as you get that gold, you get that maroon, but again, the inside of the hood with that white and red, like, it really makes it pop. And then once again, that design that I mentioned, um, really makes it come off. So in terms of the grind, it takes a lot to do it. So you just have to make sure if you're interested in getting the battle pass, which I stated was 950 V-Bucks, you will earn it back, like I stated, for each of those levels. You wind up getting 1,500 V-Bucks back. So you do make out, but it will take a lot of time in order to level up, as I stated. And as you can see, for example, right now, I mean, I'm at level 184, and if I want all of it, it's going to take me another 40,000 XP. So again, depending how you grind for your XP, it'll take you a lot longer. Whereas if you are lower level, obviously it's going to be a lot faster. And then I just also want to show you, also part of the season, there were these special quests for the Herald. That was in the tab where you get certain quests. So yeah, the Herald was kind of a cool character. Kind of see, almost looks like her hair looks like it's a flower, like a blooming, like almost like wind, and you can see it's like popping off the top of her head, almost like petals. And again, a lot of those colors with the purples, the blues, and here again that red, like almost orange, fire red color. And the sword's kind of cool, the epitaph edge. The spray, I really don't use that spray, nor for that banner icon. And the cloak's okay, it does match, but you see it kind of floating off of it. But obviously, I mean, the best thing's really just going to be the outfit and then the epitaph edge. Again, that's based off the quests. And then page 2, I think I saw someone use this maybe once in a while for this Realities Masters emote, but I don't really see it that much. I think I see it once in a while. And again, another usable emoticon, GG, grown congratulations. So just like with the Gwen one. Loading screen, kind of basic. They could have did a little more with it, considering this was kind of like a main antagonist or something. I don't know. The heraldic wrap is actually a surprisingly decent wrap. And once again, it has to do because of the color scheme. You're going to get a lot of those, again, purple, shades of purple, what have you. So it's going to go with a lot of these characters. And as you can see, it has a very subtle animation. And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually also reactive too. So this is another kind of hidden, when you earn it, it is actually worth to get. And this look is so unique and so different than the other ones. You can see it's so much brighter. So it's almost like the equivalent of like glow and no glow if you're comparing the two characters. So it was a grind, but I got this one. I don't really use it, but depending on the season, I may use it again. So, and that was for the quests, as you can see, for a special quest at Herald. So, like I stated earlier, 950 V-Bucks to get the battle pass. Depending how long you play and you grind, you will get 1,500 back. I will say it's very grindy and exhausting, depending on how much time you actually have to spend. In terms of the rewards, I will say the best rewards overall is really the spectral look. I think this is probably the best look for each of these characters. Obviously highlighted by Spider-Gwen and Lennox Rose. Um, and the last page, I was a little disappointed with this last page. I thought I would like this golden maroon more. But no, I really think this spectral is the best one of these. The celestial's not bad. I think celestial's close, especially for Spider-Gwen, as you can see. But either way, you want to pick your poison. Between these two pages are probably the better of the overall awards. And there was quite a few quests. Now I'm gonna get to that now, just to kind of give you an idea of how I found a little bit time consuming, especially for bites, because there's a lot of unlockables for bites. So let me just go to bites and unlock just to give you an idea here. So these quests will require you. There's a random kind of quest that basically will have you do a lot of things, and then eventually turn on a TV. Um, so as you can see, just to give you an idea of where you start, and then when you kind of do these, like I want to call them sort of fetch quests and or like damaging quests, because some were wildlife, some were eliminations. They were kind of a mix, which I just kind of found a little laborious and time consuming. I mean, this Dreadsclaw does look cool. I think of these so far. It kind of reminds me of that Terminator look with that liquefied chrome. I will give credit to that. This is the Sharpened Sunburst, the Chaotic Edge. That actually has a nice jagged edge to it. The Razor Thorn. That actually does have a decent look to it too. And then this is the Skewer, which actually almost looks like a harvesting axe, like a dual wheel, like an axe, a traditional axe. Now, I have to decide if I want this last one. Actually, looking at it, I don't think this is that great looking. It almost looks like a bat sort of shape, but yeah, of like the quests, I actually found this one to be probably one of the more annoying ones. Um, so I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, because just to take a quick look, I mean, you have to actually chrome opponents. I don't know if I really want to do that, because you have to go up to an opponent and chrome them while they're shooting at you, most likely. Um, and then in terms of these quests, I'm surprised I was actually able to finish some of these, because some of these are very specific and also very time consuming. Yeah, like you really like this shield one. I really thought I would have got like early, but they're very specific, because it has to be, as you can see, these very specific fish. Uh, do they have to bounce while they're chrome? Then too many. So you really have to focus on like what exactly you need to do for certain quests, which can get a bit grindy. The best way that I found to really level up is making sure you complete these 3 bonus goals, because you're gonna get 15k, 15,000 for each of these. And then these other ones, additionally, you will get 1,000 as well, even after you finish like those 3 daily quests. So, obviously, if you're a lower level, you're gonna take up. You'll be quicker for you to rank up than versus when you're higher. And then they did add. They kept adding some additional quests, like this Paradise tab here, which is kind of like fetch quests in a way, where you basically had to go to random places in a map where they marked it, or maybe not marked it, and sometimes you had to kind of search for it. And you would get like a decent amount of XP for that. The bargain bin actually has 15 hours left, because that's when the season's gonna end. So if you want to do a quick level up, the thing is, if I want to actually level up, I either have to find a safe or spend bars, which I really don't like to do. But if I want to get that Lennox Rose, I may have to do that. And I think also these Octane Battle Royale Zero Booklets, these were really vexing to me. Um, like you have to be very specific places to fly these meters or perform 720. Obviously, you could always look up on certain videos to find how to do that, but I really like things to be more organic in terms of gameplay for these quests. And there was a lot that I really didn't find that. For example, completing a lap in this really ludicrous creator quest for 2 minutes and 30 seconds was never going to happen if you actually try that. I just think that's insane. A lot of these are just kind of a lot of time consuming, like laps, coins. I mean, they were creator experiences, and they were meant to, I guess, try to like just to incorporate that Rocket League car in it, but I didn't find it to be very effective, and once I was kind of annoyed having to do them. Um, so overall, and then trying to think if there was anything else. Yeah, I think that's really it. So overall, this is probably the season I probably got the most into playing this. Hence the reason why I've been like a lot of streams, a lot of live streams, and a lot of videos. Was basically because the Spider-Man character and even this Lennox Rose. But other than that, uh, the quest really kind of made it a bit grindy. So just remember, there's only a few hours left before the end of the season, which is Chapter 3, Season 4, Paradise. Um, and I will do a live stream tomorrow for this Chapter 3 finale Fracture, which will be tomorrow, December 3rd, Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that, because I will live stream that as well. So I think that's gonna do it here. So yeah. So overall, it was an okay season. You do make out those V-Bucks. Just be prepared for the grind. The better part of the quest, I think, were those Fortnite quests. Now that I just thought about it, where you were able to earn, like, I think one was like I think one of these was like a back bling, Strict Fire. I think might have been one of them. So, and then another one was like an axe. I think Everything's End was one of these. Yeah, that was it. And then the other one was like I think another one was like a pickaxe. Let me just do a quick look at that one here. It was like yeah, this Unmaker, which is kind of cool, but I honestly don't really use it after that Nightmares quest, but it does have a nice sound. And then I think there was also a back bling as well. So I think of all the quests, the Fort Nightmares quest was probably the best because it felt the most rewarded, but it did take a bit of a grind. I will say that. And then obviously, yeah, this was it. This was the backling you would earn for the quest. And then obviously the other major quest was for Chrome Punk. So yeah, you would get this Chrome Seed backbling, which is kind of cool. Let me just actually load Chrome Punk up so that way I can kind of end the video on that. Where is Chrome Punk? There you go. So yeah, now the only thing about Chrome Punk, and this was one heck of a grind, you needed to grind 50 levels to get it. It is a nice looking skin. I just personally think they could have did a little bit more with it. I mean, it does have a nice look to it and shine, and it is unique and it's hard earned. But I don't know. Considering it did take 50 levels to get it, I overall, I don't know. I use it a bit, but not really as much as those 50 account levels should have made me want to use. And that's the backlane, which is kind of cool. That also was part of it once you grinded. And then you also did get a loading screen. Where is that loading screen? Yeah, this Graveyard Rave loading screen. So when you leveled up. So that was all right. It was still a bit grindy, but the character was quote unquote. People will say it's a free character, but nothing's a real free because it does. Time is a type of cost, so I'm always very cognizant and aware of that, and I like to share that with you guys, the viewer. Um, was it worth it? I mean, considering I don't really use the skin that much, um, I guess I would say minimally. Maybe I'll use it again soon, but I only really use it basically for a majority kind of Halloweens. Maybe with the holidays coming up in, maybe I'll use it again. So once again, you kind of gotta judge how you do it. And also, would have been really cool if they kind of gave like a wrap, but I did get this wrap with it. Obviously, that was in the item shop. So yeah, I think that's kind of the season to me in a nutshell. Um, I think it was an okay season. So we'll see what the next season brings. So like I stated before, I will be live streaming that Chapter 3 finale, Fracture for tomorrow, December 3rd at 4 p.m. So yeah, I think that's finally going to wrap it up. So this has been Dirty Gamer here for the Chapter 3 Season 4, kind of like in Battle Pass overview and review. Just let me know what you thought about this season. Anything that you kind of grinded for, or any other kind of input or comments. You can do that by dropping a comment on the video. Liking up the video would help me out a lot. Much appreciated. Comment, subscribe, which is free, and I could share my video for my YouTube channel, Dirty 2Rs Gamer, and have those bell notifications turned on. And I also do live stream on Twitch, like I'm doing right here. You would please throw me a follow as well, and join my live streams at the username Dirty with 2Rs_Gamer. And for super thanks, would appreciate donations to my link to support my gaming costs, streams, and content creation. All right, later, and get your game on.